First off, we're back here in Las Vegas. We're towards the end of the year. How are you feeling? How does it feel just to be able to celebrate this past year?
It's amazing, especially because after the pandemic, right? This year it really was challenging, I believe, for the whole industry, and just being able to be here and celebrate in a way even bigger than last year, I feel like, because everything that we have here to celebrate, it's just longer and more people and more stuff to do. So it feels like a refreshment almost, and just preparing for next year to be even better.
Absolutely, and I think you make a great point too. I feel like this year and this year's events have really felt like, kind of like how it used to be before the pandemic,
Yes.
which has been fantastic. Being back here in Las Vegas, I don't know if you heard about anything about TwitchCon and people's experience there.
Yes.
I think something that the Esports Awards does really nicely is that everything is here within one building. You don't have to take a bunch of Ubers or do any of that stuff. How's your experience been, just coming in and just experiencing everything?
I absolutely love that part of this because like I'm not from here, right? I'm from
Right.
Brazil, and usually I come by myself. I like traveling by myself, especially because when you are alone, you basically have this almost pressure. I don't know if that's the actual name of it, but to really meet people, because you don't have like that comfort to just be talking to someone that you know. So I really like that, and because I just want to be on everything. But I am by myself. I'm sometimes a little bit lost
Yeah, of
because,
course.
I don't, English is my second language. So sometimes I feel like, did I really get that? And things like that. So being everything on one building really helps me because I'm like, I'm here. I can just follow along. Everybody is here as well. So I can find easily people to talk to and to know. And yeah, so it is just being greater and greater every year because the first time that I came to the Esports Awards, it was in Texas, and it was
Okay.
pretty different.
Yeah.
So it's in Vegas. It has, that little bit Vegas thing that makes it even better. And I do like that because we are inside. I don't get to experience the cold outside as much because
Absolutely.
I am from Brazil, so like the cold is. I don't get this type of cold there. So
See, people, that's a common mistake people make being in Vegas. They're like, oh, it's Vegas, it's going to be warm. But like, oh, no.
No.
It's a desert. It gets cold during the winter.
Exactly, yes. And it is so dry. Like, I have to even walk with my little thing to just breathe a little bit of, water.
Yeah, of course.
Because it is pretty dry.
Yes.
And, yeah, but it is a nice experience, like being invited to come to the Esports Awards. It was like when I came the first time, it was my first time in the US as well.
Okay.
So and there is a reason that I come back every year.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy it.
I love to hear that too, and I know that as each year goes by, it continues to evolve and grow. Can you talk about a little bit too, just the fact that it's more than just an award show? I mean, we are celebrating collegiate athletes. There's learning, there's workshops. How important do you think that is in terms of this whole event?
Yeah, it's not just about celebrating, right, and becoming and coming together. It's about making connections as well, and that's one of the things that I really like is that when I come, I get to like be on this bunch of events that are more than just the award ceremony, right?
Yeah.
So like today, I'm here with you, and there is the Power Up happening as well. So I go there and I listen like people from all over the world talking about really important stuff, and then we can even like have a breakfast together and
Right.
things like that. So I believe the connections are the most important aspect outside of the award ceremony, because we, like, for example, I'm from Brazil, right? So I can really bring another perspective and even make connections that wouldn't be possible in any
Right.
other way, right?
Absolutely, and I think that's something that we learned throughout the pandemic as well. It's nice to be able to connect with people digitally,
Yes.
but nothing beats
Not the
being able to
same.
be face to face. Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, and I love how it happens as well because, for example, I just arrived on the Power Up sooner today, and just I heard on the kind of on the back like, oh, she has like purple hair, and I oh, okay, they're talking about me, so I just went there and I was like, hi, nice to meet you, So it's just it naturally happens, and I love that.
Yeah, no, that is one of the greatest parts about it. The big award show is tomorrow. What are you excited for? What are you hoping to see? Is there anything different from last year that you're hoping with this year's show?
I'm really excited to understand what is going to happen, especially because we are starting at 1 p.m. So like, I'm like,
Okay, it wasn't just me. I was like, wait a second. Wait a second.
yeah, I was like, oh my God, what are we doing? Because like it is going to start pretty early.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm most excited to understand what is going on because I believe we will have a bunch of things, to celebrate and to have fun together. So that's what I'm most, looking forward to.
Absolutely. And then, of course, to leave us on some last words, what are you hoping to get out of this overall experience?
Well, the connections, like I said, I believe, connecting people is really important. Getting to know everyone. I'm a hostess, right? So I want to know like other casters. I want to know the behind the scenes people. I believe that's really important, and really celebrating, especially after the year that we had.
Of course.
Right, because it is similar to before the pandemic. Actually, for some people it was really a down, because some people were expecting it to just be bigger and bigger every time.
Yeah.
And of course we would be really happy if that happened, right?
Right, of course.
But so I feel like especially this year is important for us to be together and just celebrating that we are still here.
Absolutely. Couldn't say it any better.
Oh, thank you.
Again, thank you so much for joining us.
you.
We appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, it
You
should be
too.
fun. Thank you so much.
Bye.